really, let me thank you for following all these strange words. I've never sung in my life to an audience in a non-English speaking country that understands better than English speaking countries sometimes. But perhaps you didn't know that one of the lines refers to Abiyoyo. You must have wondered what this was. It's a song I've sung for 20 years. I read in an African book of folk songs a little African lullaby, and at the bottom of the page it said this song is part of an old folk story about a giant. So I had to make up a song for my children, and I plagiarized. Here's how it came out. I've been doing it ever since. Abiyoyo, 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 yo-yo-yo, yo-yo-yo, Abiyoyo, yo-yo-yo, yo-yo-yo, Abiyoyo, 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 yo-yo-yo, yo-yo-yo. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who played the ukulele. He'd go around town, boom, 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 boom. The grown-ups say, "Get that thing out of here." Not only that, the boy's father got in trouble. The boy's father was a magician. He had a magic wand to go zip, zip, make things disappear. But he was playing too many tricks on people. Somebody was doing a hard job of work. Up comes the father with his magic wand. Zip! The saw disappears. He'd come to someone just about to drink a nice cold glass of something. Zip! The glass disappears. He'd come to someone just about to sit down after a hard day's work. Zip! No chair. People say, "You get out of here too. Take your magic wand and you and your son." And the boy and his father were ostracized. That means they made him live on the edge of town. Now in this town they used to tell stories. The old people used to tell stories about the giants that lived in the old days. They used to tell a story about a giant called Abiyoyo. They said he was as tall as a house and could eat little children up. Of course, nobody believed it, but they told the story anyway. One day, the sun rose blood red over the hill. And the first people got up and looked out the window. They saw a great big shadow in front of the sun, and they could feel the whole ground shake. Women screamed. Strong men fainted. "Run for your lives! Abiyoyo's coming!" He came to the sheep pasture, grabs a whole sheep. Hoop. Comes to the cow pasture, grabs a whole cow. Hoop. Then you'll grab your most precious possessions and run, run. Just then the boy and his father woke up. "Hey, Pa, what's coming over the field?" "Oh, son, that's Abiyoyo. Oh, if only I could get him to lie down, I could make him disappear." The boy says, "Come with me, Father." And he grabs his father by one hand, and the father gets the magic wand. The boy gets the ukulele, and they run across the field. People yell, "Don't go near him! He'll eat you alive!" There was Abiyoyo. He had long fingernails, because he never cut them. Slobbery teeth, because he didn't brush them. Stinking feet, because he never washed them. He raised up with his claws. Just then the boy whips out his ukulele. Abiyoyo, 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 yo-yo, Abiyoyo, yo-yo, Abiyoyo, yo-yo. Well, you know, the giant had never heard a song about himself before. And a foolish grin spread over the giant's face. And the giant started to dance. The boy went faster. got out of breath. The giant fell flat on the ground. Up steps the father. Zoop, zoop. People looked out the window. They said, Abiyoyo's disappeared. They ran across the fields. They lifted the boy and his father on their shoulders. They say, come back to town. Bring your damn ukulele. We don't care anymore. And they all sang, Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo. Just a little allegory on the power of music. I think there must be something in the power of music, or they wouldn't try and keep certain songs off the radio. And you probably know it must have gone on for centuries. There's a kind of an underground song movement all the time of songs that are not quite respectable enough to be sung in certain places. One of the greatest underground songwriters was a man from Sweden who landed in New York as a 19-year-old, I think. And in the year of 1912, he was working as a longshoreman in California, and he wrote a Union song. He wrote several Union songs. They got sung by the old Wobblies, IWW, International Workers of the World. Other people said, I won't work. Joe Hills was framed on a murder charge in 1916 and shot in the state of Utah. But his songs kept on going. Maybe some of you might have heard the song written about him. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, live as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. In Salt Lake, Joe, by God, says I, him standing by my bed. They framed you on a murder charge, says Joe, but I ain't dead. Says Joe, but I ain't dead. The copper bosses killed you, Joe. They shot you, Joe, says I. Takes more than guns to kill a man, says Joe, I didn't die. Says Joe, I didn't die. And standing there as big as life, smiling with his eyes, Joe says what they forgot to kill went on to organize, went on to organize. Joe Hill ain't dead, he says to me. Joe Hill ain't never died. Where working men are out on strike, Joe Hill is at their side. Joe Hill is at their side. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, live as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he.